Hey guys, so for our first knife skills video, we're going to be starting out with some vegan staples. A medium dice on a block of tofu and a small dice on an onion. Check it out.
So I'm using Victorinox. It's basically my go-to knife. It's a $30 knife. It's probably one of the best investments I've made. This is Paige's. No, I'm just kidding. No! You have to use the big girl knife.
But I like the small knife.
Yeah, that's right. So I like to grip the knife, 3 fingers, and then pinching with my thumb and my index on the blade. This is a common grip. This is my go-to. I would not recommend that one. It's just not great control. So grab your knife. Okay, so we're gonna go for a medium dice. So the goal is about a 1/2 inch. So we're gonna start with making slices about a 1/2 inch in, all the way down.
I did it.
Okay, so next you want to separate your slices into manageable chunks. So for me, I'm going to do 3 at a time. If you're starting out, you want to do 1 at a time, do 1 at a time.
Okay.
Once again, 1/2 inch slices. Now, if you can't make it 1/2 inch, get as close as possible. It's not rocket science, but remember, the more consistent your cut is,
It's stuck.
it is stuck. I see that. There you go. The more consistent your cut is, the more consistent whatever you're cooking is gonna cook. Okay. Now from here, sideways. How big are we cutting it?
Half an inch.
Yeah. All the way down.
It's stuck.
There you go. Now we have our nice medium diced cubes. Now if you're not good at measuring what a 1/2 inch is, that's not really the most important thing. Again, the most important thing is your cut stays consistent. So if your 1/2 inch is an inch, then the rest of your cuts should be the same size.
I tried.
Next cut we're going to do is same cut basically. We're going to go for a little smaller though. It's going to be more challenging on the onion. You want to cut them in half long ways. So you can tell there's the root still there. Now you want to actually leave that root on because it's going to help hold the onion together as you're cutting it. Now we want to cut off the top, however. There you go. So you want to make a claw. That way you don't cut off a fingertip. So we don't want to be cutting here. We want to make a claw so the blade can run along your knuckle as you're cutting. Just go ahead and slice off the top of the onion. Okay, so when you're cutting something, you don't want to just press down. A knife works best with friction. Or just press. Okay, that works.
I did it. See, look, I did it.
There you go. Okay, so now comes the hard part.
That was the hard part.
So with the onion flat, you actually want to cut slices parallel to your cutting board.
Uh-huh.
So you're either going to want to use a thumb or a palm. You do not want to do this. That's how you cut a finger. Hold the onion still. Get about 1/4 inch up and slice. Now, we do not want to go all the way through the onion. That's how it falls apart and you have a mess. I'm going about 3/4 of the way through, if you can see that. Okay, so you also want to be careful of the angle of your knife because right now you're angling to hit the board. Yeah, there you go. There you go, slice back and forth, nice and easy.
Okay, not moving.
So this is actually one of those weird things where the harder you press here, the harder it's going to be to get the knife through the onion. So you want just enough pressure to keep the onion in its place, but not too much pressure to make it difficult to cut. Go ahead, you got 2 or 3 more slices to go.
No more.
Yeah, you gotta get through those top ones. Or just make one thick slice and then we're good.
That's what we're doing.
I see. Okay, so now that we've cut this way, we're gonna turn the onion and we're gonna go straight down in line with the ribs of the onion. So if you can see, my onion's got little lines on it. We kind of want to go with the same of those lines. Again, we're going for a small dice, so we want 1/4 inch. Yep, freeze. So we don't want our knife all the way back here because then we'll cut through and the onion won't be connected anymore. We want to keep the onion connected, so I'm going to actually pull back and use the tip of my knife as where I want my cut to stop. Alright, now we've cut this direction and we've cut this direction. Now we're going to cut that direction. So we're going to go basically perpendicular to the ones we just cut. So I'm going to curl my fingers on my onion. Again, we're looking for 1/4 inch all the way across.
So Paige, what do you think?
I think cutting tofu is definitely easier than cutting an onion. And I will stick to cutting tofu and you can stick to cutting onions.
Okay. So guys, the most important thing to remember when doing any sort of knife cuts is consistency. It doesn't matter if your medium dice is perfectly a 1/2 inch. It matters that your cuts are relatively the same size.
So that was our knife skills video. Hope you guys enjoyed and stick around because there will be a knife skills part 2 coming real soon. See you next time.